All right. I think we're bailing on the unicorn here.
Speaking of which, have you seen? This might be something worth looking up. Have you seen the Squatty Potty commercial featuring the unicorn?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show even. I
Did
think
we?
you might not have been here for that one. But we did talk about
I missed it.
Yeah.
There's so much to talk about there.
Yeah. There's
All
also,
right, fine.
There's
fine,
also
fine,
copyright.
fine.
So anyway, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go ahead and acknowledge, by the way, this is one of those topics that some people are going to be very uncomfortable with.
Yeah, I was uncomfortable even.
It's the best way I can describe it. Like the reason why I click on stories like these and I'll listen to audio, and the reason why it is the same reason why I have to limit myself to 20 minutes at a time on Live Leak.
Sure.
I'm fascinated with humanity. I'm fascinated with what people do. You could even argue that's really the premise for this whole show, by the way, because really I'm just looking at just weird shit. I enjoy when humans do really strange things, when they do something that's odd, or they break the mold, or they break the norm. But sometimes breaking the mold and breaking the norm means they do something that could be horrific.
Like raping a dolphin.
Like raping a dolphin. So let's go ahead and acknowledge right now,
So
some people are going to have difficulties with this story. We do have some audio.
now I have not listened to this audio. I cannot be held accountable.
Yeah. So
But
anyway,
a-
the
but
story.
A coworker of mine found this, and I was intrigued by the entire thing.
The video is available if you want to watch. If you want to watch the video, if you want to watch it, dolphin get jerked off.
If you want to watch it, I suggest talking to a
Huffington-
mental health professional.
Yeah. It's at HuffingtonPost.com. They're the ones that have the story. I imagine this video has probably made the rounds. That's just the source that we are choosing to go through. So anyway.
Anyway, this is apparently some SeaWorld type place in Holland.
Yeah, so an aquarium in the Netherlands that's quote unquote de-stressing dolphins by masturbating them isn't breaking any laws, according to prosecutors. The situation that first drew attention earlier this month when a Dutch TV show called Ram Bam. Really, Ram Bam. It just always works out, doesn't it? It just always works out.
I mean, you can't make it up. It's
I
right there
don't-
in the story.
Jesus Christ, Ram Bam. Anyway, they investigated the living conditions of the dolphins at the Dolphinarium, a marine park based in the city of Harderwijk. That is a Netherlands name.
Harderwijk, I believe, huh?
Harderwijk. No, that's the guy who runs the Nerdist.
Oh, never mind.
Harder, HARDERWIJK.
Fair enough.
Harderwijk. I'm just gonna run with that. I think that.
Let's do that. That
okay.
sounds good.
Let's see. A Rambam employee, and they do have a link to the report if you want to watch that. We're not going to play that here. A Rambam employee who went undercover at the facility alleged that the facility's 14 show dolphins, which perform tricks for audiences, are kept in enclosures that are too small, and their water contains amounts of chlorine that's harmful to dolphins. Okay, so there's concerns about the dolphins.
The dolphin safety, and yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So this is what's getting attention. The moment is the trainer is using his hand to sexually stimulate a dolphin before handing the animal some fish. Let's see. The video's online. They blurred the face of the trainer.
Bro, do not click that. No! Oh, why? I'm not watching.
Let's see. Hold on a second. Well, it's quick. It's only about 20 seconds. However, I have to hold on.
That's still too long.
I have to deactivate a few things. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me here. I apologize. I have it because, see, Chrome is muted. That way, when I get Facebook messages, you don't hear the ding, ding, ding.
I can't believe you're
Because
gonna
I
watch.
do have a few friends that if they know that I'm on the air, they will just message me repeatedly.
I can't believe you're gonna watch this.
Like I said, we'll get into that in a little bit. We're not going to actually play the video. If you want to watch the video, the video is available. I have definitely been drinking.
That's why you're watching a dolphin jerk off video.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm not gonna watch this. Yep, not watching.
Yeah. I honestly, I'm having trouble watching it as well.
So they would de-stress apparently the dolphin after, I guess, shows or something.
Yeah. Or
Well,
right
the
before they
ominous
feed
music
them.
doesn't help. I'm still not watching this shit.
Yeah. So, well, I played it here, and it's like, and you look at it, and it's very clear what's happening. The audio wasn't much, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately. Maybe I should be thankful you can't hear. But basically, the Dolphin.
Well, it would be kind of squeaky. It's wet in there, you know.
The Dolphin's on his back. Now, the trainer is wearing gloves. Good for him. Look, you know you're watching. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's, you know, but this. First of all, I guess the first question we need to ask is, you know, like I said, they're doing this to quote unquote de-stress. They're not doing this maliciously.
I thought dolphins de-stress by like jumping around and like.
There's documented cases of dolphins genuinely, you know.
They do it themselves. They also.
Yeah.
I mean, like you can go look it up on the internet or whatever.
They're pretty rapey.
Yeah, and they kill stuff to have sex with it. Like, there's like a turtle one or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so. Let's not sit here and pretend like dolphins are these sacred creatures. They can be assholes.
Right. Sure.
But the question is, as a human, like I said, like when I first read this story, I'm like, that's fucking gross. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, I'm not saying I would do it. I'm not saying I condone it. I'm not saying I'd want to really watch it. But is this a criminal act?
I don't know. I mean, it's gross.
Because here's the thing: like the trainer, as far as the trainer's not getting anything out of it.
Well,
you know what I mean. Like it would be one thing if he was expecting the Dolphin to reciprocate in one. I'm saying this is. I'm not saying this is right. I'm not saying I ever want to do it. I'm saying this is gross. I'm saying that. Look, I need to say that. To defend it, because I just realized I left myself open for some gray area. This is fucking gross, okay? But what I am saying, but here's the question: is it criminal?
I would assume so.
It's gross. It's really gross.
I think it's pretty gross because, I mean, like even cattle and all that kind of stuff. They do all that kind of stuff to.
I need another beer for this conversation.
To make more cattle, right? Well, they're not using this for reproductive means. They're doing it for sheerly, stimulating a friggin' aquatic mammal.
Yes. But the question is, like I said, it's a question of criminality. That's what's
I don't know. Laws
and how criminal is it? Like, I granted, I mean, this is the Netherlands. I don't know what this has to be illegal in the U.S., right? Illegal? I would kind of hope it is.
Do we have any?
It seems to me. Here's my thing. If you want to go, you know what? This is bullshit, and this is abuse. You want to know why?
Why?
Get a fucking female dolphin. Just put another dolphin in
that's
there.
What I mean.
Get some more dolphins.
Let them do the dolphin
This
thing,
is bullshit.
Man.
Why do humans got to do it?
Exactly. Thank you.
I don't know why it took me so long to come around to that.
Because you're too perplexed by the man in the wetsuit jacking off a dolphin.
No, it really threw me off. It threw me off tremendously. Like it's. I purposely didn't watch this video before this moment because I kind of wanted to have a really fresh reaction. And it's one of those things where like you look at it and it's like, yeah. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm kind of wishing I didn't watch it.
That's why I never watched it in the first place because there's certain things you can't unsee, and you know that because you look at that god awful website.
Yeah, Live Leak. Yeah, I talk about Live. I mean, Live Leak's a well-known site. It's not like it's and they do have a lot of stuff that's kind of harmless, but they will also have stuff like this as well. And the problem is, I've noticed this. Like, I will go to Live Leak, and for about 20 minutes, I'm good. I'll search out quote unquote normal videos and stuff that's either funny or
but then you start
weird.
Going down the rabbit hole and clicking, and
that's the problem. If I stand there for more than 20 minutes,
it's the same thing with YouTube. Before long, I'm looking at like earwax extractions and stuff.
You're looking at horrible stuff, and you start going down the rabbit hole. Like the other night, the final night that really solidified it for me, where I finally said I've got to stop because it's starting to really bug me. I was on there for about 20 minutes. And I started going down the rabbit hole, so I start going through.
Where did you start?
I started with a video that I actually linked at brainstatic.net, which is a really cool one. It's basically and everybody survived. Everybody survived, so it worked out. But it was an accident where there was a dash cam, and the dash cam captures footage of a large 18-wheeler truck losing control, tipping over and crashing head-on right into the car with the dash cam. It's one of the things to where like you watch it and it's just like I said,
It's terrifying.
It's unbelievably terrifying. But what struck me about it was that it happened so fast.
Right.
Like literally, like from the time from the time that you realize, holy shit, something's happening. You just realize like the person in that car, they're screwed.
Right.
You can't react. There is no like, oh yeah, I can cut the wheel and get. No, like it happens too fast.
Right.
So like but it starts watching there, and the video that I watched that made me have to do the 20-minute rule on Live Leak was I started going down the rabbit hole and I started watching military videos.
Oh no.
And the video that it was one of these videos. I think it might have even been out of Syria. This was right when that conflict was really heating up. And there's a video where you can see a soldier and the top of his head gets taken out by a sniper. And I'm telling you, like, it fucked me up. It genuinely, like, I felt sick. I felt like
because you actually watched someone die.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like I almost. But here's the conflicting thing. This is the other side of this. So the guy who does this, right? Even if he has the best of intentions, it's sick and it's gross.
Right. And I mean, like, I would hate to see the employee handbook on this handbook.
I get it. I get it. Oh, you might even call it a manual. Oh, shoot me.
So, okay, I mean, like, I know it's an old, trope or whatever, but
yeah.
If that's in the job description, I mean, this poor schmuck.
That's true. I never even considered that.
Like,
what if he was told like, hey, Joe, glad to have you aboard here at the aquarium. Here's the dolphins, and oh, by the way, before you feed them, the dolphins like to be de-stressed.
The guy who trained him showed him how to do. How deep does this go?
Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine
how systemic is this?
Can you imagine all the employees in the office in the break room being like, hey guys, new hire,
the water cooler chat, like.
Yeah. So I'm jerking off Flipper the other day, right? Fucking, he's taking forever. Motherfucker's milking it now. Oh my god, what a horrible thing, man. Because the more I think about art, I gotta scroll up because I actually have it on my screen. I can't look at it anymore.
Yeah, if you want to check it out, just
My initial reaction was like, because I know what I'm going into, right? So like my initial reaction is like, okay, like, what's the intention? What's the mindset of the person? Like, I don't know if that person necessarily needs to be in jail, but maybe you stop jerking off the dolphin.
Right. And I never look at that kind of stuff because, like I said, you can't unsee it. You remember that thing years ago where that soccer stadium went nuts in Brazil and they killed the ref?
Yeah, I didn't watch the video, but I'm familiar with it.
One of my coworkers did. And she
watched that?
She watched it at work. And then she's like,
no.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I can't unsee it.
Yeah. It's a problem with that shit, dude. Like that's why like I had to I guess some people have the fortitude for it. Like I like one of the new podcasts I'm listening to was a former Navy SEAL.
Well,
and he talks about a lot of combat stuff, and he's seen a lot of shit.
If you've seen it and done it, then it's different. Like you can talk about this in a pretty casual and
But at the same time, like I feel almost on some level, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree. On some level, I feel like I almost should be. I almost don't know if just reading a story on it is enough. I feel like on some level, I probably should watch this because I should know that this exists.
Nope.
I should know that this is out there.
Nope. I'll take the text word for it. I don't feel as though I need to experience that shit.
Oh God, you want to know?
I got it pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna compromise that.
I got it pretty good. But I remember like that same guy. The podcast. If y'all are curious, it's a guy named Jocko. It's called Jocko Podcast. The last episode, which I haven't finished yet, I'm about halfway through. He's reading excerpts from a book on the Rwandan genocide.
Okay.
And I had no idea that this was happening. I was a
we
very
were,
young
we were
lad.
young when this was happening.
We were very
that
young
shit was
when this
brutal
happened.
though. It was why can't I think of the?
I can't think of the offending
It was-
tribe, but
it
they
was
were hunting the
it
Tuts.
was
It was like something in the Tuts tribe. It was two warring tribes.
It was two tribes, but now the same tribes are having to live together in Rwanda.
They were living together before.
Well,
That's-
right, but then one of these tribes committed these awful atrocities against the
Yeah.
other, and now there's
Yeah.
like this forgive and forget policy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like the people who did those horrible acts actually wrote a book and they wrote about some of the things that they wrote about their feelings and whatnot. And Jocko's like reading some of the passages from it, and he flat out warns you. He's like, "Look, this is rough to read. This is rough to hear. This is because here's what got me. So first of all, these people committed genocide not with guns. They committed this genocide with machetes.
Yeah.
Machetes. That is unbelievably personal. Okay.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it's
You can see their eyes. Yeah. It's
yeah. But not only that, but here was the detail that got me right. So you're dealing with two tribes that are living next to each other. In some cases, married to each other.
right.
They look the same. They speak the same language.
Mm-hmm.
Both tribes, Roman Catholic.
Right.
How does one tribe know what the other, who's in the other tribe?
Just by allegiance.
Allegiance had nothing to do with it. They knew them personally.
Yeah.
Can you imagine walking out of your house and deciding to go on a blood war against your neighbor just because he's
Not in your tribe.
you're wearing Mets gear because he's a Yankees fan?
Well,
You know what I mean? Like it's just
he might deserve it. I'm just putting that out there.
But you get what like that's the detail that like killed me, and it's little details like that. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like and now like they're living like you said they're living next to each other.
Well,
How creepy is that?
right.
And by the way, like that was in 1994.
Right.
That was in 1994. That was 22 years ago.
Mhm.
We were very young lads when that was happening. It astounds me that it just that recently something that horrific.
Something
happened.
that awful happened. And they're still uncovering like mass graves and stuff. It was terrible.
It's unbelievably gross.
I might need to oh no, I'm not going to listen to that podcast.
Yeah, I enjoy the podcast a lot.
I like
but
I like my sanity.
he
where it
goes
is.
into he goes into some details and some sick shit. But again, that's my personality. Like that's the fact that I want to hear about stuff like that is the same reason why I will watch that video. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
It's just because I want to know. I want to know. I want to know what type of humans are out there. I want to know what humans are capable of.
I worked retail for over 10 years. I know what kind of people are out there. I'm done with that shit.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. We are going to take a break, and I promise we're going to come back with something that is not jerking off a dolphin or a genocide by machete.
Ugh.
I promise. We're going to come back. We're going to do something silly. We're going to do something goofy, and then that'll be it. It did kind of get a little dark, didn't it?
Yeah, why did that happen?
I don't know. We
Oh.
kind of went to a dark place.
That's
You
so
sent me
good.
a dolphin jerk off video.
I thought it would have been way more humorous.
It wasn't.
Jesus.
Oh God! The longer it's sitting, it's not sitting well. It's.
I told you
I'm-
not to watch the video.
I think I was in shock when I first watched it.
You need to listen to me more
I
often.
think I was in shock when I first watched it, and then like
I
I was like,
told you
okay, he's not trying to hurt him. He's just trying to do this, and then the war's like, no, this is fucked up. No, this is bad.
You just witnessed something awful.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I promise we're coming back with fart jokes or something of that nature.
No, we're done.
All right.
This is it.